You tune into the AD Damon Show here on BBC Radio Leicester. Now, next for you this afternoon, Tractor Farms has removed its certificate from a Leicestershire pig farm after shocking images of the animals kept there were revealed. Well, Red Tractor said they were appalled by the images in the footage obtained by campaign group Viva and have terminated the farm's membership of the scheme while it launches an investigation. Well, Flat House Farm in Lutterworth have so far not responded to the BBC's request for comment. Lex Rigby is campaigns manager at Viva and joins us now. Lex, thank you for joining us on the show this afternoon. Lex, tell me, what did you find at the farm?
Hey, AD. Thank you for having me on the show today. It's quite a shocking, horrible story for us, really, today, I'm afraid. But some of the things that were kind of the key thing for us, there's a whole catalogue of neglect on this farm. But what we kind of found was severely sick, dying animals left untreated. We found workers ruthlessly killing young piglets, feral cats eating weak newborns alive, and dismembered body parts actually tossed aside and left to fester all around the farm.
And Lex, how did you feel looking at those images?
It's awful, you know. We think that Red Tractor is designed to promote high standards and, you know, often a little more actually than the bare minimum of what the government provides. And yet, you know, we're led into this full sense of security that we're buying food that's traceable and safe to eat and has been produced responsibly. But actually, the squalid conditions that we find on a lot of these factory farms pose a serious health risk and really are the unfortunate reality of British factory farming. It's not what you think it is by any stretch of the imagination.
I think that's an interesting point, isn't it? That Viva is a vegan campaign group, but I'm sure everyone would agree that no animal should be kept like this, surely, Lex?
No, and that's the thing. We speak to people so often, and they all, you know, we're a nation of animal lovers, and we think that we have these high welfare standards, and it's just unfortunate that it has to keep coming down to animal protection groups like Viva to expose the truth of it and show people what the reality of these places are.
With those high welfare standards, with those marks that we look out for if we're buying meat from the supermarket, Lex, tell me, Red Tractor, they've removed their certificate. I mean, is that a step in the right direction?
Absolutely. You know, Red Tractor do need to be applauded, really, for their response to it, because it's the first time they've come out and said such strong wording about a place. So they've said that they're appalled by the barbaric conditions on this farm, and that's not something they've said to us before. So they are kind of making this effort, but you know, for us, it's not good enough because we keep exposing these places. It's not the first one, and it's certainly not going to be the last one.
And tell me, you know, Lex, why were you investigating as well? Was this a tip-off, or were you aware of what was happening on this farm?
Yeah, all of our investigations tend to come from local tip-offs. So it's people that have passed an area, heard sounds on the farm, smelled different things. And, you know, it's just concerned locals that get in touch. And, you know, from that point, that's when we kind of start doing a bit more digging and then hand it over to our investigators to see if they can do some reconnaissance around these sites.
And Lex, what should happen next? What do you want to happen next?
I would ideally like people to just stop eating meat. That wouldn't be the absolute solution to me, because it's the only way to stop animal cruelty is to just remove it from your diet and go vegan. But, you know, we've got to be pragmatic about this. We've got to see the reality that that's not going to change overnight. So I do think people like Red Tractor need to be held accountable for this kind of stuff. Trading standards need to be able to better investigate these places. The government needs to do something about it. There has to be systemic change towards plant-based diets and to end factory farming, basically, before it ends us.
Lex, thank you ever so much for joining us on the show this afternoon. Lex Rigby there, campaigns manager at Viva. Now, the RSPCA have told us that one of their officers attended the farm on the 29th of July. That was following a report made to their emergency line about 3 dead pigs. The RSPCA has looked into this, and the incident has been referred to trading standards to investigate. Well, Leicestershire County Council Trading Standards have told us that they visited the premises to ensure animal health and welfare standards met regulatory requirements. Further visits will be undertaken as appropriate to ensure that any specific areas identified as requiring improvement are implemented. And as I mentioned earlier on, we have also been trying to contact the owners of Flat House Farm, but so far they have refused to comment. You tune in to BBC Radio Leicester. It's me, AD Damon, with you up until 6 o'clock this afternoon. The time now is 16 minutes to 5.